Hey, what's up YouTube, it's Etech here, and I have a question for you guys. Have you upgraded your smartphone in the last year or two? And did you notice any differences? Well, that's pretty much what this video is going to be about. So with the many high-end, budget, mid-range, and even high-end phones that have came out this year, many people are looking to upgrade from their current device, and it's not really necessary for many devices. During, I think it was Victor Kamanga's Periscope, somebody mentioned why didn't he upgrade from the Galaxy S4 to the Galaxy S5, and he mentioned out that there was no point in doing that because it was basically the same thing, but a redesigned phone with a higher price tag. So that got me thinking, do you always have to upgrade to the newest device? Now sometimes people want to upgrade to the newest device to future-proof their phone. But honestly, at this point in mobile technology, you can't really do that because technology is growing so fast. I remember when the S6 Edge came out, that was the coolest thing. Everybody wanted an Edge on their phone, and that was the highest technology-based phone that you could get. Then the iPhone 6s came out with Force Touch, or 3D Touch if you will, and that just knocked out every Edge phone on the Samsung line out of the park. Even me, I wanted Force Touch over an S6 Edge. So what I'm trying to say is, you can't really future-proof yourself at this point in mobile technology. You could get close to that, but can you future-proof yourself? No. Now, when you pay for a phone, you're really paying for the specs and the components inside, depending on what company you're getting it from. If you're getting it from a company like Apple or Samsung, you're gonna give them back money for ad placements and R&D. Then you're gonna pay for the product itself. But that's for another video. So one company that I know, or one line of smartphones that I know that doesn't do heavy advertising is the Nexus line. So we're going to compare the old Nexus, the Nexus 6, to the newest Nexus 6P, purely based on specs, just so you know the price range thingy. Anyway, so I'm going to go ahead and list the specs of the Nexus 6. So you get a 6-inch 1440p display, a 13 megapixel rear shooter that has a 2.0 frame aperture, and that can also shoot 4K video, which is in almost every high-end device right now. You get a Snapdragon 805 processor clocked at 2.7 GHz, and you get 3 GB of RAM, which is the standard for mid-range devices, and a whopping 3,220 mAh battery, which should provide enough screen-on time to get you through the day. So right now you can get that on eBay for $229. I know that's the price now, not the price when it was launched, but you'll see what I mean when I get into the video later on. Compared to the Nexus 6P, the specs are really similar, and I'm actually going to break it down for you guys. So the Nexus 6P has a 5.7-inch 1440p display, a 12.3 megapixel camera with a 2.0 frame aperture, which is the same camera, but with a different, the Nexus 6 has more pixels in the camera, and the Nexus 6P can also shoot 4K video, just like the Nexus 6. You get a Snapdragon 810 processor that's clocked at 2 GHz. So yes, you get kind of a better processor, but the 805 and 810 performance gap isn't too large. You get 3 GB of RAM, just like the Nexus 6, and a 3,450 mAh battery, which is kind of a big jump. And the 32 GB vert model of the Nexus 6P will cost you $500. So, and that's a lot compared to the Nexus 6, where you're getting almost the same specs. So let's say coming from an older device, I have a friend that has an S2 and he's looking to upgrade to the newest Nexus 6P. But I'm telling him there's no reason to do that and just go for the Nexus 6. You get the same specs and you're gonna get Android M because it's not too old of a Nexus device. So you should be guaranteed to get at least 2 more of the newest Android updates. So yeah, what I'm basically trying to say to wrap up this whole video, upgrading to the newest isn't always the best option. Yes, with the Nexus 6P you get a better fingerprint sensor. Yes, with the Nexus 6P you get a better display, which is AMOLED display. And yes, with the Nexus 6P you get front-facing speakers, which I don't know if that's in the Nexus 6. But basically all those things are just little bits and pieces. Those are just little crumbs compared to the big meal. The Nexus 6 and 6P are pretty much the same device. So if you have the money for a 6P, go ahead and get that and future-proof yourself for a year or a couple months. And if you don't have the money and you just want a quick upgrade to a new phone, go for the Nexus 6 or any device. You don't have to make a huge jump gap to the newest and latest. Just get something in your price range. Do some research. You'll find something in your price range for cheaper. You're gonna have the same exact specs as whatever you're looking for, and you will be paying a cheaper amount, which I've said a lot. So that's pretty much it for this video. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to comment, like, subscribe if you like this video, and also comment down if you guys agree with me and your opinion on what we just talked about. So yeah, that's it for this video. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next one.